So Phenom, let's talk about some of the obstacles that are in the way of our hyperproductivity today.
One pretty common obstacle is when in an organization there are no clear decision makers. A lot of decision makers and managers typically have been put there because they have a certain number of years of experience, but that doesn't make them a leader.
And when we say true leadership, what does that really mean? Are you a leader by paycheck? Or are you a leader by, practice? In our organization, sometimes the project lead isn't the person really taking on all these tasks and really owning the vision, but oftentimes they are. And I think it's the honesty and the collaboration to let the natural person who is going to lead the project lead it and lead it to success.
You have to acknowledge that people think differently. People have different rhythms, right? We know people who are introverts, we know people who are extroverts. We know people who are night owls, we know people who are very productive in the morning. And some people are creative and some people are system thinkers. So if you know how to recognize people and acknowledge that it is the way they are, you cannot change them, but you know how to put them together in a room and have everybody be creative together and be productive together, that is good leadership.
So much about leadership is good communication. And it's not just leadership, it's between your peers and yourself also. Make sure you are very clear in what you're saying and your actions, but also be very concise. We don't want to see people wasting time. This kills productivity. Be concise, be very accurate, and move forward. Keep the ball moving forward. Don't get distracted by these tangents or extraneous circumstances that may not be relevant in what you're doing.
And also a good leader is someone who sees a good ideas and sees the bad ideas and knows how to move on when the idea is bad. And there's no ego, there's no feelings being hurt along the way. That is part of the process. And next is nurturing fearlessness and lifelong learning, right? Our roles today in the jobs that we have are a certain way today, but they will evolve over time because of technology, because of the state of the field, because the market changes, etc. You cannot stay the way you are today. You have to evolve, and you have to open your mind to being fresh, to inspiring others, and to really be at the forefront of your industry at all times.
And so leadership isn't really just about commanding people to do things, it's also about delegating. Delegating is super important to hyperproductivity. If you can't do something, or maybe you don't have the time to do something, delegate that to someone else. But now that you're delegating, you don't want to micromanage, right? Micromanaging is actually the worst of destroying hyperproductivity. You delegate people, you give them ownership, you allow them to create and do the things that they need to do with a little bit of guidance, but don't watch every single step or move, because that changes the entire rhythm and productivity of the process.